it's Chloe with the Holy Queso Girls. And today we have Miss Candy and a new guest, Miss Melissa. She's going to give us a little introduction to herself.
I'm Melissa. So I'm Melissa Moore. I've been at Northwoods Church for 16 years now, and I have 3 children, and Kenza is my daughter-in-law. So you guys know her. I've been saved about 24 years, and I'm the clerk here.
Yes, Miss Melissa. I don't think we ever made you do an introduction. Like ever.
Other than,
do y'all know she's my mom?
That's all I
don't know if you could tell.
That's all I got was, hey, this is my mom.
Yeah. I never give you the chance to do an introduction, so you got to give us one so the people know.
My name is Candy, and Chloe is my youngest. I have 2. So I'm the only one in my family that doesn't host a podcast.
Oh, wow.
So,
Brightest Day.
Gabe had Brightest Day. Ryan has a couple, but go check out
The 3 Not So Wise Men.
Yeah.
And Called in the Bleachers.
Sorry. And then, of course, she's
struggling. Yeah, please support us.
I know it's hard when you talk about yourself. It's kind of put on the spot.
So what?
I
What
maybe
type
have a hot flash. I'm sweating.
That's how I know. She brought a mature audience today.
Oh, I'm so putting that in there. Literally just giving an introduction. Like, they make you do that in kindergarten.
I know. In kindergarten, it was, I'm Candy. That's it. You didn't have to say anything else.
Okay, well,
Clumsy Chloe.
Wow. So since we're on this Popcorn Parable series, what are some of your favorite things to watch?
So my first appearance with you was Star Wars, because that is my sick movie. That is my feel good. That is my rainy day. I love all of Star Wars. So that was the reason I think I got pulled into that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are movie people. Like, we talk in movie quotes.
Yeah.
We love TV. We love songs from TV. Most of our playlist is either musicals or songs from TV shows. So,
yeah,
a little bit of everything. You can't ask me that question because I love it all.
What about you, Miss Melissa? What's your favorite?
Toy Story.
You cheater! You cheater!
All right.
Now, you like Little House on the Prairie, too.
Definitely, yeah.
Are you excited about the new remake?
Oh, I did hear that. No,
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah, they're probably going to mess it up.
Yeah. But what's so obvious, I don't remember watching Little House on the Prairie as a child. I was an adult before I started watching it. So, but I love it.
Yeah, I've gotten into a lot of the, like, older set time frames. Pride and Prejudice, which I talk about, like, every episode, and we still haven't talked about it because I can't find anyone who has watched it. But I like Anne of Green Gables too, which is like a kind of like Little House on the Prairie. I think it's older than. I think it's supposed to be an older set.
I think it's the same
Is
time
it the same time period?
I think it's the same time period.
I like a lot of the older stuff. They had good morals back then.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're doing another Popcorn Parable, and we're talking about Toy Story 2. And we are going to jump right into it because we already have a clip to watch.
Come to me, my prey.
Almost had it.
I'm never gonna defeat Zurg!
Sure you will, Rex. In fact, you're a better buzz than I am.
But look at my little arm! I can't press the fire button and jump at the same time!
Okay, so in this scene, Buzz and Rex are playing a game. And Buzz is going after this battery, but it's an illusion. He's chasing after something with all of his might, taking risks that could be fatal. But once he reaches what he believes to be his accomplished goal, what he expected to gain was not even real. It only appeared to be real, and it was actually a trap that Buzz ran into. So I wonder how many times we're chasing after something or working hard to gain something that in the end leaves us empty-handed and disappointed. So the truth is God will never leave us empty. As we seek God with all of our heart and submit to Him, He will fill us with His Spirit. And instead of feeling empty, we will be full of His truth. And that will never disappoint us.
How did Walt feel about this movie growing up? Like, was it one of his favorites?
Yeah, probably all three of mine, but it was definitely one of mine. And so anytime they were sick or anything like that, I would always turn the movie on and we would just watch it together. It's just kind of a comfort movie.
Yeah.
Gabe is definitely like Rex. I mean, he is into that game. Like he loved the movie. He played Buzz all the time. Like that was who he played. And then him and his papa had an inside joke where his papa would come and move Woody and like trap Woody up. So the imagination world being real is spot on how kids think sometimes, because that illusion of everything around you is real, and you can get sidetracked of being in a fake world and forget what the real world is like really doing.
So
like
true.
you can get distracted.
In Romans 12:2, it says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." In the times that we choose our way over God's known will, we may be fulfilled for a season, but it will never last. In the movie, the battery that Buzz was pursuing was Zurg, the enemy's source of power. But in Luke 24:49, Jesus told his disciples, "And behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you. But tarry in the city of Jerusalem until ye be endued with power from on high." We can seek power and fortune all we want, but it can never compare to what our Father has planned for us.
That's good.
So in Toy Story 2, we start with the video game and we're thinking like Buzz is on this adventure, but it turns out that the toys are just playing in the room. But it skips and you see Andy getting ready for cowboy camp, and he's playing with Woody, and Woody's arm gets torn. So Woody's all excited about going to cowboy camp with Andy. Like that is their thing because he's a cowboy. So he gets a little sad because he's torn and he doesn't get taken. And then Mom throws a yard sale and they end up having to rescue another toy that gets put into the yard sale bin. But by mistake, Woody gets taken.
Well, not really by mistake.
Well, yeah, it's pretty much he wasn't for sale and was told that he wasn't for sale and he got stolen. And then that leads to Woody being taken by Al and finding out that he had a different family. Instead of his toys family, he had a Roundup family. So he was famous for this little Woody's Roundup crew. And he meets Jesse and
the prospector.
Bullseye.
Stinky
Bullseye,
Pete.
the horse's Bullseye. I was sitting there trying to think of the name. So he meets this new family and he finds out that he's famous and that he's a collectible. So he's not a kid's toy. He's a really expensive toy
That's not supposed to be played with.
Yeah.
So the Woody's Roundup crew starts to try to talk Woody into leaving Andy and going to a museum in Japan where like a lot of people can just come and look at him and they'll always be like preserved like forever and he won't get torn and stuff like that. So he's offered what seems like the perfect life, a museum where he'll be protected forever, no scratches, no wear and tear, no risk of being replaced. Throughout scripture, the enemy rarely tempts us with obvious evil. More often, he tempts us with good things that become ultimate things. Recognition isn't evil, success isn't evil, comfort isn't evil. But when those things become more important than God's calling, they become idols. The enemy whispers, if people admire you, that you'll finally be enough. If you're successful, you'll finally have peace. Or if you're comfortable, you'll finally be happy. But none of those things satisfy. Al promises Woody you'll last forever and you'll never be forgotten. It sounds pretty good until you realize what that life actually looks like. He'd spend every day sitting behind glass, safe, but never hugged, never loved, never fulfilling the reason that he was made. Woody starts believing his value comes from being rare instead of being Andy's toy. And eventually, he has to answer one question. Am I going to stay behind the glass, or am I going to go back to Andy?
I love in the first movie that Woody is trying to tell Buzz that he's just a toy.
Yeah.
Like, he's not this real spaceman. And then the second movie, Woody is getting told you're a toy. Like, but it's not just a toy. That's a special thing. Like, you're a toy. You're not meant to just sit on the shelf and collect dust. So it's funny how the first movie makes you like, you're just a toy, man. Calm down. And the second time, that shows how special you are.
Yeah.
Like, it's a special thing.
Sometimes we need that advice that we give others. We need to be reminded.
Which goes perfectly with the next part, because Buzz chases Woody down trying to save him because he just got kidnapped. And he basically tells Woody, you're not a collectible, you're Andy's toy. Like, that's where you belong. And he's having to give the message that he gave Buzz in the last movie to Woody. So that's pretty cool that you talked about that. So Woody has started believing what everyone around him was telling him, that his value came from being rare, admired, and preserved. But Buzz takes him back to the truth of his identity. Isn't that exactly what God's word does for us? The world constantly tells us that your value is in your success, your appearance, or your achievements. But Scripture interrupts those voices and reminds us that you are not your career, you are not your mistakes, and you're not your accomplishments. You belong to Christ. Paul writes in 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 that you are not your own and you were bought with a price. That's not God trying to control us. It's God reminding us how deeply we're loved. Jesus paid the highest price imaginable so our identity would never depend on what the world thinks about us.
You were talking about identity, and my mind goes to one of my favorite parts of the movie, and it's this clip right here.
There you go. He's for display only.
All right. So this clip reminds me of a verse, and it's in Isaiah 49, and it's verse 16. And it says, "Behold, I have graven thee upon thy palms." One version says, "I have engraved your name upon my palms, and thy walls are continuously before me." And it makes me think of the Andy name being on Woody's boot and how it gets covered up. But later in the movie, you see at the end of the clip where we showed Woody rubs the shoe and it just easily shows Andy's name again. Mm-hmm. And my mind goes to how once we have Christ into our hearts, we ask God into our hearts, that his name is engraved in us. Like, we are daughters of the King. We are owned by Christ. And then, we can let things distract us. We can let our identity kind of be pulled into pleasing the world and putting on these masks or painting ourselves up and pretty ourselves up and hiding behind that and not seeing, I think we forget sometimes who we are. Like, we get so wrapped up in trying to please others and maybe even feel like we've been pulled away from God, that we don't deserve God anymore. But he never removes his name from us. It says that engraved. It didn't say he wrote it. He didn't paint it. It's engraved, which means it's not coming off.
Yeah.
And just like how you rub and you see the name there, it didn't come off after it got painted. Mm-hmm. It was still there. In John 10:28 and 29, it says, no one will snatch them out of my hand. How the first verse in Isaiah was talking about, he engraved our names upon his hand. Well, then you read on in John, it says, no one will snatch them from, and then you read in Revelation, and he says, I will not pluck your names out of the book of life. So we are chosen and we are claimed by God. So then that means that we don't belong to the mistakes we've made. We don't belong to what people tell us we are. We don't belong to the thoughts that we have when we're scrolling through social media, comparing ourselves. We don't belong to that identity.
Yeah.
We belong to Christ's identity. So it says, my last thing is Hebrews 13:8. Jesus says, I'm the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So we may change. We may try to become a collectible and hide and do just enough to look good and look presentable, but we will never be removed from God, and God never changes.
Isn't it great though that God never leaves? And so whenever we do, but when we come back, he's right where he's always been.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never leaves.
Andy was there for him at Cowboy Camp.
Oh no, okay. If you're gonna paraphrase the movie, when Andy returns, you find out that Andy didn't forget him. He just didn't want him to mess up more.
Yeah, he immediately came back and looked for him.
Yeah.
Then he tried to fix him. So the moment Woody remembered that I'm Andy's toy, everything changed. Suddenly the museum wasn't attractive anymore because he remembered where he belonged. The same thing happens when we remember that we belong to Christ. We stop chasing approval because we've already been accepted. We stop trying to prove our worth because Jesus settled our worth at the cross. We stop finding our identity in temporary things because our identity is secure in Him.
It makes me think about in the beginning whenever Woody was looking for his hat.
Mm-hmm.
And he just didn't think Andy would want him if he didn't have his hat, if he wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
He had to have everything just right. And he was panicking that Andy wouldn't like him without it. I just think sometimes we think about, or we act that way.
Even more going on that after he gets his arm torn, he has like a nightmare about Andy throwing him away because he has a tear in him.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, we can look at God like that. Like we're not worthy enough to come to God because we've done bad things. But he literally tried to fix them himself. Like, hello.
Right.
And he made him even better. He gave him a little muscle.
We strive for perfection, but all God wants is our heart.
Yeah.
He didn't think he was worthy enough of love, but all of his friends
chased him down.
Yet all of his friends sacrificed comfort and safety to go and rescue him.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, we have to mention Jessie though.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because Jessie was so stuck in storage for so long that she forgot her value.
Mm-hmm.
She forgot that there's something better than the situation she was in there.
Yeah.
So
well, she was also hurt from her past.
Yeah.
So she didn't think that it could be better anymore.
Yeah, this is the easy way out. It's just to sit on a shelf.
Yeah.
And so how many times is it? It's easier not to do the hard thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we feel like, oh, we're not disappointing God because we didn't do anything wrong. We're just not going that extra step either.
It hurts to put yourself out there, and it hurts to have that hope of saying, you know, well, they're always going to want me. They're always going to play with me. But in reality, they know that they're going
to grow up one day.
Their children are going to grow up one day. And so they're going to be left behind. And sometimes they don't think that that's worth risking their hearts.
Yes. It's like that saying of, was it better to love or not to love at all, or not to know love at all?
Mm-hmm.
It's better love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we can talk about Stinky Pete.
I watched it earlier today, and it genuinely made me laugh out loud because he was like, "You really are Stinky Pete."
Prospector, you're out of the box.
No.
I was like, I didn't know you could do that. I can't redeem Stinky Pete because he's just a bad guy.
He deserved to be sent off with the artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He deserved it.
Yesterday, I noticed when I watched it again that Prospector's bandana and Woody's shirt match.
Mm-hmm.
And I never caught that all these years.
They're the Roundup crew.
Yeah.
They had like little pieces that matched.
Woody's vest and Jesse's chaps. match. I never realized that.
There's
Yeah.
so many characters you can pinpoint. I'm for Guy Barney. Rex get distracted, don't know how to kill Zord. Like there's so much.
Well, and Zurg is redeemed at the end.
Yeah.
Because
He's a good father at the end.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about where Rex, whenever they go into the toy store,
Mm-hmm.
and Rex finds the manual, to defeat Zurg.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, obviously Zurg's the enemy.
Yeah.
So, we have the word, and that's our sword.
Yeah.
How do we defeat the enemy?
What do y'all do? I'm filling in for Kenzie.
Chirp it, tweet it, because you're a little bird mouse. You're tweeting. Yeah, I like how whenever he finds it, he's like, they make it where you can't defeat Zurg unless you have this book, and it's like that fits really well with that.
That is good.
Hello, carry your word.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's all we have on Toy Story 2. I hope y'all had a great day, and if y'all want to see these lovely ladies again, let us know. We're totally going to bring them on again. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about next. You guys got to help us out. We can either talk about more Disney, or we can go to a wider range of movies. You guys let us know. But yeah, this was the Holy Queso Girls. We'll see y'all next time. Bye!